Hello, welcome to the class of Cybersecurity Foundation. So in this class, we are going to learn about BCP, that is Business Continuity Plan, and DRP, Disaster Recovery Plan. So in this, we will discuss about its key elements, BCP key elements, and the steps involved in business continuity planning. Then in disaster response plan, we will discuss about its secondary sites, recovery strategies, and the steps involved in disaster recovery plans. So first, what is a business continuity plan? So a business continuity plan is a document that consists of the critical information or the plans that an organization needs during a time of emergency or the disaster. So in BCP, the risk ranges from the cyber attack to the natural disaster to the human errors. So in BCP, the plans and procedures are developed through a regular program of personal training, plan testing, and the maintenance. So it is vital for an organization to have a business continuity plan to preserve its health and reputation. So a proper BCP plan decreases the chance of costly outages or the damages caused by the various disasters. So next, the business continuity plans key elements. So there are three key elements, that is resilience, recovery, and contingency. So first one is resilience. So resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from the difficulties or the tough times. So here in business continuity plan, by keeping in mind the various disaster possibilities, a company increases its resilience by designing critical functions and infrastructures. So here these resilience strategies includes staffing rotation, data redundancy, and maintaining a surplus of capacity. Next key element is recovery. So recovery, here the company sets the recovery time for different systems, networks, and application. So this helps in prioritizing which elements needs to be recovered first. So here the rapid recovery to restore business functions after a disaster is crucial. And the third key elements is contingency. So it is a set of procedures that includes a chain of commands that distributes responsibilities within the organization. And these responsibilities include hardware replacement, leasing emergency office spaces, damage assessments, and the contacting third-party vendors for existence. So these are the three key elements of the business continuity planning. Next, the steps involved in business continuity plan. So the first step is analyzing of organization that the various attack which are threats for the organization. We have to analyze all the threats. Next one, listing primary tasks that required to keep the organization operational. Third one, easily located contact information of the management in the case of the threats or attack occur. Next one is explaining staff about emergency exit plan if disasters event occur. So we have to train the staff about the emergency exit plans. After that, information of data backups and organization side backups. Collaborations among all departments of the organization. And last one is buy-in from everyone in the organization. That means buy-in is a situation in which a person or a group of person buys in enough shares in a company to get control over that organization. So these are the steps which involves in the business continuity planning. Next is what is disaster recovery plan. So a disaster recovery plan includes the set of procedures to recover and protect a business IT infrastructure from a unplanned incidents. So the disaster could be a natural, environmental, or the man-made. And the man-made disaster could be intentional or the unintentional. So the intentional disasters include the terrorist attack, and the unintentional attacks include such as the breakage of man-made dams. So here it involves an analysis of business processes and the continuity needs. And the potential disaster for which the disaster recovery plan have to be made are application failure, virtual machine failures, host failures, rack failures, and the communication failure. And the last one is data center disaster, building disasters, the campus disaster, and the citywide disaster. So these are the various potential disasters for which we have to plan the disaster recovery. Next one is secondary sites that are constructed in disaster recovery plan. So in disaster recovery plan, the remote sites are constructed to provide services and continue operation. So the type of secondary sites constructed are cold backup site, warm backup site, and the hot backup site. So in cold backup site, it is a location that consists of the building, facilities, desk, parking, etc., except from the computers and the workstation or the networking. So here it's take the few days to become online or in working conditions if disasters occur. Next one is warm backup site. Here this location consists of computer with softwares and functioning servers, but there is no internet or networking between these computers. So here this backup sites takes 1 or 2 days to bring it online or in working condition. Last one is hot backup site. Here it includes the recent backup data of the primary sites and it is a duplicate copy of that primary site. So here it takes the few hours to bring it online or in a working condition. So these are the secondary sites that are constructed by the big organizations in case of disaster. Next is the recovery strategies. So here the disaster recovery strategies defines an organization plan for responding to an incident. So here the issues that are considered by the organization while determining recovery strategies are budget, the budget of an organization to tackle the disaster, resources like the employees and the physical facilities that are hardware and the softwares and the servers that are present in the organization, management positions on risk, that the position which are at high risk, technology, then the data, the information which is included in the organization and are at risk, suppliers or the customers of the organization. So these are the issues which we have to consider while determining the recovery strategies, and here the management approval of these recovery strategies is important. And once the disaster recovery strategies have been developed and approved, they can be translated into disaster recovery plans. Next is step 4 DRP, that is disaster recovery plan. So here these steps involves in disaster recovery plan. First one is establishing the scope of the activity or the area of the disaster. Second one, gathering network infrastructure documents or the network connectivity documents of an organization. Identifying most serious attacks and vulnerabilities that are the threats to the organization. Next one, identifying most critical assets like the hardware, servers which store the crucial information of the organization. Next one, reviewing the history of unplanned incidents. We have to review the history of unplanned incident that occurs in the history, and we have to get their results and their handle planned, so it becomes easy to handle the disaster again. Next one, identifying the current disaster recovery strategies, and we have to identify the emergency response team. If the disaster occurs, we have to contact that emergency response team. Next one, management reviews and the approval of the disaster recovery plan that has been made by analyzing all the above points. Next one, testing the plan and then updating the plan when any change in the organization or the management occurs. After that, we have to implement the disaster recovery plan audit. So here we have to get the official inspection of an organization account to get that our organization is protected or not. So this is about business continuity plan and disaster recovery response. Thank you.